ladies and gentlemen, what I have for you today is an offer that I simply couldn't refuse. I went into my local coin shop and was just digging around looking through what he had there, and he brought out 4 rolls of Morgans, so 80 Morgans altogether. All of them were BU, uncirculated, beautiful coins, and he wanted me to pick the one that I liked the most, and he was going to give me a deal. And then I said, well, what would you do if I took all 4 rolls? So he cut me a great deal. Basically, I got into all these for 35 bucks a coin. So I've sorted through them already, and I'm going to show you the best picks. All right, so let me just give you an example of some of what is in these. Just the 3 randoms off the top. Now, almost all of them are going to be MS60 or better. I didn't look super close going through these. I was mostly looking for varieties and just top quality, but I'd say 99% of them they're going to be BU, or I might have a few in here that are, very, very high AU, 58, something like that, but they're all very nice coins, all definitely worth more than 35 bucks. So the story behind it is that we had here locally an old business that shut down, and they had a vault that apparently hadn't been open for some time, and they opened it up and had just bags of Morgans in there. So they took them to him, and he gave them an offer, an offer that they took, apparently. And now I became the beneficiary of that offer. He made money. I'm able to make money if I were to resell them. But honestly, I just love stacking Morgans. I mean, these are all the ones I've shown you here, probably range between 61 to 62. But there's definitely better ones. Basically, anything that was worth more than 100-ish, I took and put into flips. And the rest of these will go into my safe. They're all 82s. This one is all 82s. This one's all 82s. Let me show you what I got here in this one. What do I have? The reason they're in different tubes is because I was trying to keep track of what's what. So that's an 82O. They're probably all 82Os. 82O. Maybe because they're O. 82O. I sorted through these a few weeks back, so I've been waiting to get the time to make a video for you guys. Ooh, look at the toning on that one. So the toning's beautiful, but apparently it's in here because I did not have, it's not worth more, unless I guess you take the toning into account. Man, I gotta tell you, I've been going over eBay lately. Like, this one's pretty nice here. And gosh, anything with some toning on it, people are just asking through the roof prices. It's like a $150 coin and they're asking $1,000. At least multiples on whatever it is. Sorry, I wasn't even paying attention. Yep, that's one. Okay, so these are all 82Os. That's probably why they're in that one. Let's see what we got on this one. Okay. I mean, look at that. That's a pretty nice coin right there. It's an 88. 88O. Pretty nice. If I restored it, I think, if I remember right on this one, there's that scuff right on the cheek there, which is just a scuff, but figured that would keep it from getting a higher grade, so it wasn't worth putting into a flip. And basically, I flip them if I intend to, at some point, put them to PCGS or Anax or whoever, get them graded. 88O. Showing you guys, but I'm talking and I'm not paying attention. 88O. These must all be 88O. Nope, 84. Okay, 84 New Orleans. Yeah, he found some great picks in this whole 84. This whole one, you know, the fact that he gave them to me for 35, I was just kind of blown away by that. I used to buy rolls off eBay, and I mean, gosh, some of those rolls, there's a 98. Some of those rolls I paid really top dollar for. I think the most I ever paid for one roll was $3,600. But there's a 96p. You know, this one's got some scratches on the face, but I don't think it's cleaning because you don't see it in the fields. 87 Philly. As I was going through these, like I said, I didn't look super close for cleaning, but nothing popped out to me. And 85.0, I think that's because they were just kind of stored away in this guy's safe, or this company's safe, for the longest time. 85 Philly. So, you know, they weren't messed with by collectors or amateur collectors trying to make their coins look pretty. Let's real quick here go through the last one, and then I'll get into the top ones. So here I've got 82. Oh yeah, these are all 1882 O VAM 7, which is O over O, doubled mint mark. But unfortunately, it's not a extremely valuable VAM variety. But still, just like showing you the quality, overall quality of what I've got here. Like this one's pretty dinged up. You know, that's probably like a 58 or a 60. But I mean, they're all really nice coins. I showed you that one with the toning on the back. There is another one with toning, but I can't remember where it's at. It's either in one of the flips or it's in that first bundle that I didn't dive all the way into. Look at all the lines on that one. That's kind of cool. Didn't catch that before. I always thought those were fingerprints because they kind of look like fingerprints, but I don't know. Either that's multiple fingerprints or there's something that causes that on the coins, because I've seen that before. Kind of cool, actually. Give it enough time, I wonder what the toning would come out like. Because if they're fingerprints, it shouldn't give an even tone to that. All right. Now, so you've seen all that then. All right, so I'm doing this in no particular rhyme or reason. I'm not sure. I've got maybe 8 or 10 here that I've got in flips. And I just want to show you each one. So this one's at 88, New Orleans. And I think that's an MS-64 by my own standard. And the fields are pretty nice. I don't know, that's a really nice coin. Looking at it right here, but that's about a $165 coin if it's an MS-64. Now a lot of these are going to be the same coin, same date and mint mark, but I mean, if you like Morgans and you like pretty Morgans, then just stick around. But there are some that aren't all the same. A little bit of toning creeping up on this one. I mean, really nice coins, I gotta say. I mean, just look at the luster on it. And as I have searched these for varieties, unfortunately my local coin dealer, he searches for varieties too, but there's a few things. I don't think he searched all of these because I got all those double O's, but maybe he just left those in there because they're not a real valuable variety. Not sure, but I was surprised at how many I caught in there. At any rate, I think this one is an MS-65, which would make it a $400 coin. All right, here we have an 1898 New Orleans. Just look at how nice these are. So let me think here. For 80 coins at 35 bucks, I believe that's $3,000 I paid for 88 coins, which, like I said, you know, you're looking at, hold on a second, no, math is hard. So each tube would have been 700. 7 times 4, that's 2,800. Okay, yeah, so I paid 2,800 bucks for these coins, 80 of them, almost all BU. I mean, that last one I just showed you was 400 bucks. You know, I'm pretty sure the ones that I've got in the flips here are all equal what I paid. Actually, sorry, I don't think I told you. I've got this one as a MS65 as well, and that would be a $225 coin. All right, here's an 1885 New Orleans as well. I've got this one as an MS65, 215 bucks. God dang, look at that coin. That is a beautiful coin. The fields are really nice. The cheek is pretty dang good too. And you guys ride me all the time about this, and I'm telling you, these coins look so much better in person. The lighting here picks up every little bag mark. Like, I've had people tell me, no, those aren't bag marks, those are scratches. Come on, guys, I've got it right here in my hand. I can tell what a scratch is, and I can tell what a bag mark is. That cheek is pretty dang nice. I mean, I think right where the neck meets the chin there's a little ding. But I mean, between the fields and everything else, the bag marks, minimal wear on it too. I mean, a lot of times the wear on the hair above the ear right there is shining. You know, there's a little bit of wear there, totally common, but a lot of times you see it through the rest of the hair up on the hat. I mean, really minimal wear on this one. This one is nice, really nice. It's got some scratches there between the arrows and the wreath, but still, the obverse on this one. Normally the reverse looks a lot better. The obverse is gorgeous. Can't remember if I said it or not. It's a $215 coin at MS65. All right, this is the other one that had a bunch of toning on it. So for me, when it comes to toning, it can hide some things, and I've actually seen videos and whatnot where they say that the toning can cover up, you know, scuffs and stuff like that. So it's harder for them to grade it. It's definitely harder for me to grade it. I've had some tone coins that I thought were just absolute ballers, but came back lower grades. So this one though, I do think it's only maybe a 63 to a 64. I've got it on the label there, which would make it land between $100 to $150 coin. Normally, I wouldn't put it in a flip if it's only around 100 bucks, but if it does turn out to be a 64, it's 150, and that's kind of where I start putting things in flips and separating them from the crowd, because I literally have thousands of these Morgans now. I honestly don't know how many I've got. I think I did a video counting them a year and a half ago, one of my early videos with the channel. Maybe I'll put a link up at the end of here, just to let you guys look at it, but I have bought a lot more since then. In fact, dang, I think I did buy that one bucket full, or not bucket, but it had a bunch of peace dollars in it too, but I think at least, let's just be conservative about it, it had at least 500 Morgans in it. And I've bought a couple rolls since then. I've bought these. I pick and choose. I've bought some off eBay. I've bought some from in slabs, all this. So yeah, I'm almost positive I've got over 2,000, maybe close to 2,500 or more Morgan dollars now. And I think I told you 63 to 64 is $100 to $150 coin. All right, here we have an 82 New Orleans. This is a VAM 7 O over O, just like the tube of all the others, but this was one of the nicer ones, which I'd have to kind of look at that tube now because I'm seeing these marks on her cheek. But I pulled this one aside because I thought it was one of the nicer ones. I've got it as a 63, which would make it a $190 coin. Reverse is quite nice, which is common. Okay, here we have another 82 O over O. This one I've got as a MS64, and it's a $275 coin. Looking at the camera just always makes things look so much worse. The face does look more marked up, so maybe it wouldn't get this to 64, but whatever. I've done all the research already and priced it out, so I'm sticking with it for now. Here we have an 88O. I've got it as a 65, and that would make it a $400 coin. 65 because the cheek is so clean and the fields are clean. Now, I was talking about the wear and the shininess in the hair, so you can definitely see around the bonnet and all that a lot more shininess to it. So I'm not sure how bad that would affect, but still the cheek is extremely clean. The fields are very clean. I think this could get a 65. Reverse is very nice as well. So I'm pretty sure that would get a 65. Let me know in the comments if you disagree. I know you will. Okay, here we have another 82O. There's no double O on this one. However, I've got it marked as a 64 to a 65. Now, comparing it to the other coin, it doesn't look as nice. Like there's the cheek and the fields are more scuffed up, but the wear is a lot less. So, you know, the cheek's got some light scuffs and stuff on it. So, and the luster's not quite, it doesn't have that dull luster like the last one, but it's still pretty nice. But I've got them also, I've got it ranged from 64 to 65. So that means, usually when I do that, it means it'll probably be a 64, but I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope it's a 65. And because a 64 is 150, but a 65 bounces all the way up to $675. So really crossing my fingers on this one. Not sure if I could get it or not, but the strike is quite nice. A very prominent strike and not a lot of wear. So I might be able to get it. Now, a lot of these are not going to get graded, but a lot of them will as well. So just stay tuned, subscribe, because you know whenever I get a box back, I send stuff in for grading all the time. Whenever I get one back, I always share with you guys what I thought the grade would be versus what I actually get. And honestly, I haven't been making videos very much, as you've probably noticed. I haven't been able to focus on coins, but man, before I got held up with work and kids and all that stuff, I was getting pretty dang good at nailing the grade, if not grading below what I was getting. So on this last couple batches I've gotten back, I haven't been real happy. But one of them, which I haven't made a video of yet and you haven't seen yet, was a bunch of European coins I picked up on my last vacation. And they all kind of marked about one lower than where I was thinking, but I kind of chalk that up to I'm not as experienced with European coins by a mile. The one before that, I do have to say, anybody who's been following me for a while, you know I had a lot of problems with PCGS about a year and a half ago, and I've always kind of chalked that up to they got slammed, they got real busy, I think through COVID or whatever, I don't know, but they got busy. I almost guarantee you they hired a bunch of new people, and I was just getting shit service, shit quality, just and shit grades. I know you guys see me complain about grades a lot, but I really, most of the time, I'll take the grade. It's other things that tend to bug me, or if the grade's drastically different than what I thought it was going to be. But at any rate, I think the same thing has happened with Annex recently. I've gotten 2 orders back. I know they've gotten swamped because you can tell from your order number how much business they've gotten. When I first started sending them there, they would have, I'd send one in about every month. Let me swap over to the last coin here real quick. So this one I think is a 64, 1885-0, 64, which would be a $125 coin. Not sure why. I think I put this here I put it in my pile because I thought it was better than it was, and so it ended up going into a flip. All right, last coin here, guys, and I'll finish up my Annex story. But at any rate, you can see when, your order number and where it sits in line. And when I first started doing them, I was sending in an order about every month, and I'd have a few hundred between order numbers. Then it turned into a few thousand between order numbers. So I don't know what happened, but they started getting slammed with orders. Maybe that's from me breaking them up a little bit on YouTube. Probably not that much, but I'm sure some of you, have asked for my advice on where to send them. Sadly, I think the same thing has happened with them. They've probably got a lot of inexperienced graders, and in fact, they did make a mistake on my European coin order, which I'll try to get a video of that out as soon as I can. But anyway, now I'm just kind of stuck, not really knowing what to do as far as my coins go. I don't know. I don't know if I should hold up on sending stuff in until maybe some of the graders get better experience. I don't know. Leave me a comment below. Give me your advice. I've considered maybe going to CAC, but I haven't looked at the prices, but I can only imagine they're more than PCGS. Freaking PCGS is now $40 a coin for Gold Shield service, which is what I always get. That's just standard service too. Like, ugh. And if it's over $2,500 worth of a coin, you got to pay even more. It's like, oh man, it's just kills you. Anyway, this is the last one, guys. 82-0. And I think it's anywhere from a 64 to a 65 again. So that's going to be $150 to $675. A big jump in the price. Hoping on that 65. But honestly, as I look at it now, I'm not thinking it would get a 65. I think I was stretching a bit on that one. So this is probably a 64, $150 coin. But there it is, guys. Sweet deal. I love these Morgans. And I've had some people contact me on Instagram wanting to sell stuff to me. A lot of it I'm not that interested in, but I have gotten some really good coins that people have sold me. I've honestly only done it with one guy, but if you have a collection you'd like to sell, I'm really into collections or large quantities of silver, being silver coins, constitutional silver. I'm not really into bullion that much or anything like that, but if you got something cool, I'm always interested. So if you want to sell it, or maybe you just want to show it to me, that's fine too. Just hit me up on Instagram. It's about the only way you can contact me off of YouTube. If you leave a comment here, that's fine. I appreciate it, and I'll see it. But a lot of times if I comment on it and then you comment again, I don't see the next comment. It just gets buried, and I don't get notified on my little YouTube studio thing, which is where I use to get a hold of you guys and make comments on your stuff. So anyway, if you like this video, stay tuned. I do coins all the time. If you're new, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one.